pregnancy and now you're a horrible mother. The best thing that you can do right now is go get the counseling that you need and the support that he needs, the physical therapy and the therapies that he needs. That's all you can do now, and hope for the best. You have said far worse things. You said that you could kill the baby. You wanted the baby to die while he was pregnant. You've said far worse things than the father has ever said about him. You're embarrassed because you did that to him. You're embarrassed because you smoked and drank while pregnant and you made this the outcome. If you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at yourself. Be mad at yourself.
Y'all, the internet is shaking right now because the drama between Blueface and Cine Rock has officially crossed every line imaginable. What started as messy arguments and petty subtweets has now exploded into a full-on scale involving betrayal, neglect, and a terrifying twist that nobody, absolutely nobody saw coming. Sources are calling this the darkest chapter yet. Allegations are flying everywhere. Fingers are being pointed in behind the scenes. Both sides are hiding secrets that could ruin everything. And the craziest part, it looks like the innocent one, the baby, is the one paying the ultimate price. Blueface is making claims so shocking that even his own fans are speechless. Kian, on the other hand, is lashing out, threatening, crying, denying, all while new leaked audio keeps dropping every single hour. This isn't just drama anymore. This is a full-blown disaster unfolding in real time. Something happened during Christian's pregnancy. Something that's now coming back to haunt her. Something that could explain why Blueface just made a desperate call that has social media in a frenzy. And trust me, once you hear what's being reported about Baby Jr., you won't look at either of them the same way again. Blueface and Kian Rock. These two names have become symbols of one thing, drama, and a kind that keeps people awake at night.
Blue, you're not going to live a long time. Keep going against our kid, bro. You're not going to live a long time. Bullying your second son, bro. That's crazy. It's all right. His address is 18663 Juniper Springs Drive. For everybody.
Scrolling nonstop trying to understand what went wrong this time. Their relationship has always been a wild roller coaster. Love, hatred, obsession, destruction. Every emotion amplified and broadcasted for the entire world to see. The internet has watched every breakup, every fight, every kiss, every meltdown until their personal chaos became entertainment for millions. Blueface, whose career skyrocketed with those, has always played the role of the internet's reckless bad boy. His personality, a mix of charm, toxicity, irresponsibility, and unpredictability, publicly loves to portray himself as a responsible father who just wants the best for his kids. But ironically, his Instagram lives, Twitter shading, and messy interviews often expose him as the exact opposite. Kinro is seen very differently. Her fans view her as raw, emotionally honest, deeply wounded, and painfully real. Her breakdowns, her passion, her loyalty, her trauma, all of it makes her a walking reality show. People either love her.
Why didn't your mother's instincts kick in day one when you gave birth? Why? Because I was there. It didn't kick in. It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in there and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? You're like, no. Just go ahead and put it out there. Whatever's wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your mother's instincts didn't kick in. They said we had to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Oh, all right. Where your mother's instincts was at then? Because you sent through that infected canal, right?
Intensely or fear her unpredictability. But one thing is clear. She expresses everything. Her happiness, her rage, her pain, live uncensored and without filters. From the very beginning, their connection was like tangled headphones. No matter how hard you try to fix it, it only gets worse. Viral clips capture their fights, their public affection, smashed TVs, ripped shirts, crying meltdowns. Everything became part of their brand. And the fans, they didn't just watch. They became emotionally invested. Then one day the internet exploded. Croyne was pregnant. Suddenly people thought maybe this would be the moment they both matured. Maybe the baby would bring peace, stability, responsibility. Maybe this was a new chapter. But that turned out to be everyone's biggest fantasy. From the beginning of the pregnancy, something fell off. Fans started noticing strange patterns. Kian was still out at clubs, still appearing in places she shouldn't be, still having emotional breakdowns on camera. Her comment sections were filled with, "Girl, are you okay? Why are you outside more than you're home? What about the baby?" Meanwhile, Blue Ace wasn't silent either. His tweets added fuel to the suspicion. "Y'all don't know half of what I'm dealing with. I can't control someone who won't listen." Then a live stream dropped where viewers believed they saw Kian smoking while pregnant.
And that man was so shocked to see that there had been no improvement in Junior's condition. He couldn't keep his head straight. Krishan brought him out in a diaper, and his hair looked like it had not been moisturized for weeks.
She denied everything, but the internet never forgets. Despite all this chaos, both continued their public appearances. Blueface stayed busy with shady podcasts and petty interviews. Croyne continued posting photos and doing shows, but fans noticed the distress behind her smile. Her eyes looked tired. Her expressions looked anxious. Something didn't feel right. As the pregnancy progressed, the tension between them grew. Blueface accused her of lying. Christian accused him of manipulation. Both accused each other of dangerous behavior. But then something shifted. Blueface's tone went from irritated to worried to outright alarmed. He tweeted, "If something happens to my son, it's not on me. I tried." Fans panicked. What was he hinting at? Why was he suddenly speaking about the baby's safety? Kyne responded with her own cryptic message. "People will regret playing with me." This was the moment the rumors gained life. People online began whispering. She skipped doctor appointments. She was drinking during pregnancy. She ignored medical warnings. At first, it sounded like typical celebrity gossip. Every celebrity faces rumors. But then one podcast clip resurfaced where Blueface said,
or find a grave to dig up. Every time somebody really played with me, always get hurt. So I'm giving a warning. Just like how that nigga. See, look, I ain't even gonna go there. Y'all cannot see the baby. Don't hit my phone. We not cool. I don't care who he be with. It's just the fact that he cared who I was with.
"She don't listen to doctors, bro. She reckless." People laughed at the time. The host treated it like casual drama. But now looking back, that one sentence might have been the biggest warning sign of all, because what allegedly happened in the delivery room, what doctor supposedly told her, and the decision Kyne is rumored to have made is what turned their unstable relationship into a full-blown nightmare. And this is only the beginning. The seeds of betrayal were planted right here. The rest of the story gets even darker. As the months rolled on, the timeline of events leading to the scandal began to form a pattern, one that was impossible for fans to ignore. Everything started small. Christian missing a few prenatal appointments. Blueface posting cryptic messages. Friends of the couple looking uncomfortable in interviews. But soon each little moment began connecting like pieces of a very dark puzzle. People who were once rooting for them started noticing the shift. Blueface's mother posted on social media hinting that something dangerous was happening behind closed doors. Close friends of Kian began distancing themselves. Even celebrities who usually stayed out of their business started commenting on the chaos. One reality TV star tweeted, "Sometimes the loudest people hide the deepest problems. Praying for that baby." The betrayal wasn't just emotional. It was moral, public, and shockingly personal. Fans who once defended Kian started questioning her decisions. People who hated Blueface began wondering if, for once, he might actually be telling the truth. Every live stream, every Instagram story, every leaked voice note only added more fuel to the fire. Then came the night everything seemed to crack. A clip surfaced showing Cine on Instagram Live, pacing back and forth, crying, yelling at someone off-screen. She screamed, "Nobody understands what I go through," while dozens of people in the comments begged her to calm down, go to a doctor, or stay home for the sake of her baby. The video racked up millions of views within hours. Meanwhile, Blueface went online the next morning looking exhausted and frustrated. He didn't say her name, but everyone knew who he was talking about. "Some people don't care until it's too late," he said. You're all going to see what I'm talking about soon. That one sentence made fans freeze. What did he know? What was coming? As the due date approached, rumors began circling that Chrisean had been warned by doctors multiple times to take certain precautions. Alleged text leaked from someone who claimed to be a hospital employee said she was advised to follow specific medical instructions. But the rumor that shook the internet to its core was that she refused one of the most important recommendations a doctor could give, one that directly impacted the baby's safety. Commentators, bloggers, and YouTube personalities jumped into chaos. Some blamed Blueface for stressing her out during pregnancy. Others criticized Kian's lifestyle choices. One popular gossip page posted, "This isn't about drama anymore. This is about a child being brought into a storm." Behind the scenes, however, things were even messier. Allegedly, Blueface family confronted him, questioning whether the baby was even biologically his. A leaked audio clip, still debated online, captured someone sounding like Blueface saying, "I don't even know if it's my kid, bro. I don't know what she's been doing." Whether real or fake, that clip spread like wildfire. And then the most heartbreaking part of the timeline emerged, the delivery. Rumors claimed that when Kian went into labor, doctors informed her she had chlamydia and recommended an emergency C-section. But according to the alleged leaked information, she refused the procedure because she didn't want her tattoo cut. That detail sent fans into absolute meltdown. Twitter exploded. How could she choose a tattoo over her baby? If this is true, this is beyond crazy. Blueface wasn't lying after all. She put Junior at risk. Even celebrities chimed in, with one singer commenting, "No mother should ever prioritize vanity over a child's life. This is heartbreaking." The moral betrayal became undeniable in the eyes of the public. This wasn't just a messy couple fighting online anymore. This was a situation where the safety of an innocent baby was now the center of a storm. A storm created by two people who had spent years destroying each other, and now allegedly their own child's health. But even after all this, the truth still wasn't clear. Fans were divided. Commentators were confused. Everyone felt like they were missing one crucial piece of the puzzle. And as the story continued to unravel, more secrets, more lies, and more shocking twists were waiting to surface. The consequences of the scandal hit harder and faster than anyone expected. What began as whispers online suddenly erupted into a full-blown storm, dragging every part of their lives, legal, social, and family, into the chaos. As soon as news broke about the baby's condition, the internet reacted like gasoline meeting fire. Overnight, a story that had been fueled by speculation became a national conversation about responsibility, parenting, and the dangerous cost of fame. The legal fallout came first. People began tagging Child Protective Services in posts demanding an investigation. The hashtag Protector climbed into trending positions across social platforms. Within hours, blogs claimed that DCF had allegedly received calls reporting medical neglect and endangerment. No official statements were released, but the rumors alone created enough pressure to make fans believe authorities were already involved. Screenshots circulated what looked like paperwork, timelines, and even case numbers, most of which were unverified, but the damage was already done. Then came Blueface's explosive move. Sources close to him claimed he reached out to DCF himself, allegedly demanding they step in before something worse happens. Whether true or exaggerated, the narrative instantly painted a stark contrast between his tough guy online persona and a more desperate, concerned father figure began to see. For years, he had been clowned as irresponsible, chaotic, even abusive. Now, suddenly he was positioned, at least in the eyes of some, as the one sounding the alarm. But the social fallout was even more brutal. Kian's image took the biggest hit. For months, she had been seen as a wild, messy, but lovable underdog, someone fans rooted for despite everything. But now, with allegations that she ignored medical advice and made risky.
You know, I can't wait when me and my son just go visit your grave one day. You feel me? Because that's what you trying to do right now while we living our lives, separate, whatever, from the chaos. Yo, bitch ass want to kill us. You know, you gonna die first before us, right?
Blueface family wasn't spared either. His mom jumped into the drama, insinuating Kasian had been warned multiple times about the risks during pregnancy. She called the situation avoidable and accused Kazine of putting everyone in danger, including the baby. Critics pointed out that Blueface family has always inserted themselves into drama, but this time, their words carried a different weight. What made the entire scandal even more gripping was the hypocrisy. It exposed, publicly, both Blueface and Kasian often portrayed themselves as loving parents, ready to fight anyone who questioned their dedication. But privately, according to insiders and leaks, their actions told a very different story. While fans argued over screenshots and alleged medical reports, a clearer picture emerged. Two people consumed by chaos, ego, and dysfunction far from the strong, protective parents they claimed to be. One of the most powerful moments in a fallout came when a nurse allegedly involved in the delivery posted anonymously that the baby's condition could have been prevented. She wrote, "No mother intentionally harms a child, but sometimes harm comes from refusing to listen." Whether verified or not, that message struck the public like a punch to the chest. As more details emerged, the timeline became even darker. Someone leaked a voice note where Kasian sounded distraught, crying that nobody told me it was that serious, while another clip showed Blueface yelling that she never listens. These contrasting expressions, her fear versus her frustration, made the situation even more heartbreaking and complex. The fans weren't just shocked, they were emotionally invested. They watched this couple destroy each other for years. But this was different. This wasn't just about cheating, fighting, or social media drama anymore. This was about a newborn allegedly suffering because the adults in his life couldn't get their lives under control. The scandal shattered their public images. It exposed contradictions, lies, and weaknesses. And for the first time, the world wasn't laughing or gossiping. They were genuinely worried. But the fallout was far from over. More secrets were surfacing. More people were talking. And the divide between what the public saw and what really happened behind closed doors was growing wider by the day. After everything that unfolded, the accusations, the leaks, the shocking claims, and the heartbreaking consequences, it's clear the situation is way bigger than anyone expected. We watched a messy celebrity relationship spiral into a full-blown crisis, with a newborn child caught in the middle. From Blueface allegedly calling DCF to the disturbing new information about baby Junior's condition to the emotional breakdowns, voice notes, and family members finally speaking up. This entire story has taken twists nobody saw coming. And now the biggest question is who is really telling the truth? Because let's be honest, someone here is hiding something. Someone isn't giving the full story, and the public is being forced to piece everything together based on leaks, hints, and emotional outbursts. So now I want to ask you, do you think Blueface was genuinely trying to protect his child? Or was this just another way to hurt Kian? And what about Kian? Was she careless, overwhelmed, or just caught up in a lifestyle that spiraled out of control? Do you think she deserves sympathy, accountability, or both? And more importantly, do you believe there's even more information behind the scenes that hasn't leaked yet? Because trust me, there are whispers online that the story is far from over. People close to both sides claim even bigger revelations might be coming, including new medical updates, unseen footage, and more family drama that could change everything. So, jump into the comments and let me know what you think. Whose side are you on? Who do you believe? And what do you think is going to happen next in this explosive situation? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because the moment anything new drops, I'll be here breaking it down for you.
And to my brother, this the last time we gonna have any type of interaction, right? Whether that's your baby or not, nigga, you better say that's your baby, nigga. Or they, like I said, they will hurt you, nigga. So say that's your baby. I don't know if it is or it ain't. But whether it is or it ain't, they trying to do some stuff and it don't work unless they say that's your baby. So nigga, just that's your baby, nigga. So like I said, I don't know if it is or it ain't, but nigga, that's your baby, nigga, or they will hurt you. Straight up.